Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. I am OldMan102. Welcome to the channel. We are jumping into Automation Empire. This is a mining, gathering, shipping, automation type of game. I want to make sure that the music is off, and then we can adjust the sound if we need to. So let's jump into here. Let's go to, there's a bunch of different maps you can play on. They're pretty much similar except for the color, the terrain, the background a little bit. We're going to go with Rocky Hills. We're going to go New Colony. We're going to go with, let's see if it'll let me reuse Season 1. We're going challenge mode off because we're not going to do taxation. I'm going to leave starter mode on. I did a little test with Season 1. We'll see if it'll let me use the same name. It doesn't. Alright, let's go with Season. Let's go with New Season 1. Let's jump in here. Let's throw this on pause. So the mission for Rocky Hills is big green cliffs surrounded by winding rivers and lakes provide the perfect base for a factory, or background for a factory base. So there are pretty much two goals. So the main goal is to ship 30,000 kilograms for a 3-month average on weight output. Now that sounds easy, but it's super hard to hit. And then there's a second goal. So that's our first goal, and then there's a medallion for a secondary goal if you do 45,000 kilograms of weight over a 3-month average. We have a research tree, which we'll get into as we progress. Then we can unlock basically a speed boost. So your mine carts will go 10%, 20%, and then up to 50% faster. Once we get into claw trains, you can get them to speed up, get our little robot drones to speed up, and then etc. Our claw trains, our actual trains and trucks when we get into them. And they cost you money, cost you cash to upgrade those, cost you research points to unlock the research. We have, you can look at your finances, so you can look at your revenue versus your power and taxes. We're not doing taxes. It'll be income versus power, and you get charged quarterly for power usage. We get a demand bonus for the first couple tons you ship, and then you lose that demand bonus. It's going to give you what each of your mining products sell for. So your raw ores, which we're going to start with, your raw coal ore and your raw iron ore, only sells for 1,300 per, I think it's kilogram. And then once we start refining these into actual coal bumps it up a little bit, not much more, 1,300 to 1,650, and then your iron, raw iron, goes from, the iron goes from 1,300. Where's the iron? Where's the refined iron? To 1,800. So, and then once later we'll start combining like coal and iron into steel, and then so that makes a little bit more. So as you start combining different products together, you're going to get paid more for your output. And then this tells you like your raw iron and your raw core is only 1 kilogram per little box. But then once you start refining it, it's going to jump up to 10 kilograms per box. So the truck only holds 6 boxes, so you're only going to be shipping 6 kilograms of raw ore at first. And then once you start refining it, you get 6 boxes on a truck. You'll be shipping 60 kilograms per truck. And then it'll go up as we progress into trains and then rockets. These are your different recipes. So your coal goes into carbon, and then they've changed that. Coal used to go, okay, coal goes into carbon, not your coal ore goes into coal, and then your coal goes into carbon, etc., etc. It's like eventually we'll make capacitors with iron and gold. So there's a whole bunch of different recipes and combinations we're getting into. Little help tip screen, and then you saw those. All right, you can edge scroll the map. Center mouse button will zoom in and out, and then middle mouse button you can pan and rotate. So we have patches of raw coal here. So the only thing we're doing now is we're picking it up with a miner, we're boxing it up, and then our robot friend is going to load it onto a truck. And then there's different patches of material. This is raw iron. And then we have some more raw coal back here. So as we explore the map, you'll see different raw materials on the ground. So we have some gold over here, probably some oil back here. Yeah, we get some oil over here. So we'll get into all that. Let's get our first bit of operation going. All right, we have 50 grand to play with. So what I'm going to do is, now we also have electric. So right now we're using, one of these has a capacity of 40. So right now we're only using 4 of 40. And then our little robot drone bay can only hold 4 robots. So we only have 1 drone bay down. So right now we can only have up to 4 robots. But what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this little setup, and then as we earn cash, we're going to change the entire setup. But what I want to do is, well, let's just go with the 1 for now. Let's crack this open. Let the first truck come in. Let him start loading the first truck. We should see our first truck pop out of the tunnel. And there's our first crate waiting for us. Now we're going to change the setup up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another miner. I'm going to grab a transfer tube. We're going to drop this into a tank. And then I'm going to go another transfer tube. And then I'm going to go with the crate maker. And then I'm going to go with there's a loading station and an unloading station. So you got to be careful which one you use. So the unloading station drones pick up. The loading station drones drop off. And I'm going to end up putting the wrong one down about 10 times. All right, so we don't have enough cash, but we can get 2 in for now. Every time a truck leaves is when you get paid. So when this truck pulls out of the tunnel, we'll get some cash. So I'm going to throw another, I want to extend this one out, and I want to extend this one out a little bit, and then we'll get a couple more drones. There we go, 7,000. I could probably get, I'm going to just get 1 conveyor belt for now, because I want to throw down at least, well, I have to wait for this truck to leave, and then we can get, I'm going to get the last 2 drones. Right now we have 2 of 4. And then I forgot to turn this on, so the drones know to come over and get it. Now we'll probably get an electric payment here before that truck leaves, I'm sure. Yeah, we're going to get hit with an electric payment. And we'll, as soon as we get some more cash, we'll put a couple more truck sections down. Let's get ready to throw down. Yeah, we got paid. We got hit with an electric payment. So we can only afford one drone until this truck leaves. Now there is no speed boost. You're stuck on whatever speed the game's running on. So there's no way to crank up the time or the speed. Alright, so we're going to get paid. Let's drop that guy in. And then I want to... How much is another road section for a truck? 10 grand. So we'll plop another road section down so we can get a second truck in. And these trucks are timed, so it's every so many seconds they will come out of the tunnel. And then with cash we can speed our trucks up so they're coming out of the tunnel at quicker intervals. So I'm going to throw, we got enough cash before we get hit with an electric payment. I'm going to throw another truck section down and we'll turn that one on. And then I want to extend, yeah, so we need 2,500 per section. I want to throw a couple more sections of this down. So our box up crates come out a little bit further and they're not backing up. And we're going to change this whole operation up relatively quickly. Yeah, you'll notice these drones also are very stupid. So they'll start loading this truck, then they'll go jump over and load that truck, and they'll get confused. They'll go for the same crate. So we're shipping a whole 36 kilograms going towards our 30 kilogram average, or 30,000 kilogram average. Alright, so do I want a third road section, or do I want to start getting more material in? So once we get a little bit of cash, this whole setup is going to change. And by putting this tank in, if our crate maker backs up, our miner doesn't stop. It keeps pumping out the material. So if I put a third road section in over here, and our drones are going to have to pick this up and then fly all the way over there and back. So what we're going to get ready to do is we're going to get ready to change this whole operation up a little bit. So we're going to build up a little bit of cash. keep an eye on, ever as we put more stuff down, we'll have to keep an eye on our electricity. So we're now using 8 of 40. But let's throw a miter down. We'll get a transfer tube. We'll throw down a container. And then we're going to change, so we get a little bit more cash, we're going to change this up a little bit. Going to get, before we get this up and running, let's grab another drone bay. Cost us 10 grand. And then now we can have 8 drones instead of 4. So let's drop, I can only afford 1. Alright, so it eats up our cash, but they're going to load our trucks a lot quicker. See, they all go for the same truck, they all go for the same crate. Then they'll all go over here to this crate, and then they'll realize another one's over here, and then they'll all go for this crate. So we're going to get rid of these drones as quickly as we can. Yeah, we just got hit with an electric payment. Now, once you like destroy something that puts it back into your inventory, you don't lose it. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to grab, and we're going to work backwards. I'm going to grab our unload station. We're going to put it as close to the road as we can. And I'm going to extend this out a little bit in case crates back up. I'm going to change that. I'm going to turn that on. And for now, I'm going to sell off these guys. We're going to sell this off. We're going to sell that off. We're going to take our crate maker. We're going to throw it right there. And then I know it's going to need electric. I'm going to throw in our transfer tube. We're going to throw in a tank. Use the small one for now. And we'll we'll turn this one on. So we'll bring some electric over. For now. No, we don't have any materials in here. Right now I'm only running off the 1 miner. I just want a little bit of cash. Let's get ready for our change up. So let's throw in a transfer tube. Throw in a tank. I don't need this. We're not going to need this second crate maker. So for now, I don't want to mess myself up and not have enough cash. So for now, we're going to go with a putter downer, because we want the stuff coming out of the tank and down. Over here, we want a sucker upper, so we want to suck it up and put it into the tank. And then I want, how much are tracks? All right, for now, we're just going to go with just a straight run, and we'll change this up as soon as we get a little bit more cash. So this guy will come around, then this guy will come around, and we'll connect him up for now. And for now, I'm just going to have one cart bringing material over, and we'll get this box maker running. This way, because we're going to move this whole operation. So as we get some more cash, all right, 10,000, that should give us enough. All right, I'm going to sell off these guys. Let's put a putter downer here and here. Grab our minecart track. We're going to hook these two together, okay, so they're a straight run. I want to curve this around. We'll curve it around, and we'll hook it up there. We'll sell that off. And then I don't know if I can hook these two together. I may have to move this track a little bit. Can we? Yeah, I can. Alright, so now he's going to go around in a circle. So we click on our track, and we're going to add couple more cars. So now we got our robots as close to the road as we can. So now we're going to add in another road section. Turn that on. We'll bring a third truck in. So now this is as efficient as we can get it. And if this tank fills up, we'll throw a second crate maker in. Which we're probably going to need. We'll see how they do with keeping up with 3 trucks and if we can get this tank emptied or not. Yeah, we may throw a second one in here. Our tanks filling up. Well, we can bring more coal over because we have some back here, so we can bring more coal up as well. So our electric, we're using 10 of 40, so we're still good there before we have to expand. We have 60 grand, and we are definitely backing up a bit. Now, do I want to mirror this whole operation over here again? Start shipping out some iron, or do I want to put a second crate maker over here first? These crate makers use quite a bit of electricity. So the more you expand, the more electric they're going to use. So 1,600 per month in electric, just for one crate maker. I think we're going to need it though. Is our train running full, or does it completely empty? No, our train's running full. Alright, let's just do it. Let's grab a transfer tube. Let's grab another container. And we'll spin this around. And we'll go transfer tube. We'll go crate maker. And then we'll put down a few more of these. We'll turn that on. Alright, so that's going to get a bit of material out. Now, they're keeping up with, I'm not going to add another section of road in yet. But let's start getting ourselves set up over here. So let's grab, so the miners are going to use 800 per month per miner. So let's grab 3 miners. Let's grab transfer tube on this side. Transfer tube on this side. And transfer tube on this side, and we'll go with small tank. Got a couple trucks leaving. We got hit with an electric payment. So small tank. And as we get some cash, small tank, and then we need a putter downer, so we'll go with 1 there, we'll go with 1 there, and 1 there. I'm not going to bring electric over there quite yet. And then over here we're going to mirror this same wrong one. The same operation. Since we get some cash, we'll grab over here another crate maker. And we got hit with an electric payment. So as you can see, we're starting to load the trucks quicker than they're coming in. So we'll have to resolve that really quick. Alright, and then we'll grab a transfer tube. We will grab another. As soon as we get a little bit more cash, you're gonna learn that you're spending your cash as soon as you get it. So let's throw that in there. Now we need a sucker upper. We'll put it there. And then we're going to need to run some tracks over this way. hook it into there. We'll come around, hook that in, and we'll go there, and then hook that in. I don't know if I left my, okay, we're going to have to change this up a little bit. Yep, change this up a little bit. Let's bring our track out. Let's bring this guy here, and we're going to have to loop this around. Let's take out that section. Alright, and we'll loop this around. Alright, now let's grab our electric. We're going to have to run our electric over from this pole. Let's go along here for now. Alright, now we're going to need to throw some carts on here. And we'll turn that on. And then, so that tank is empty, so two crate makers, like one crate maker is not enough and two are too many for 3 miners. Alright, now we're going to focus on getting more product out. So we're going to throw in, these tunnels are 20 grand, so I need 20 grand for an entrance, 20 grand for an exit, 10 more grand for each of the pit stops, and then some road sections. So it's going to take us a little bit to get this going. Now, your roadway entry has a red circle around it. We don't have enough cash. Well, we do have enough cash. Now it's going to tell us that if I spin it this way, must be built into a cliffside. So we have to put it into a cliffside, so it's going to turn blue, but it has to be within range of another entrance or it won't work. So you can't put these like anywhere. So I can't come over here to another cliff and go, okay, I just want to put an entrance over here and bring my trucks in somewhere else. Well, it won't work because it has to be next to or within range of another tunnel. So we're actually going to work backwards. We're going to grab this road section. And I think we need 1 space. Let's throw in. Do I want to go? Now let's bring them over so they're closer to our drones. So let's throw in. That's 10 grand. Let's throw in a tunnel entrance. So it's 10 grand. Throw this one in. You're going to go, yeah, that way. So we need another exit, which is 20 grand. See, your cash goes as quickly as you make it. So 20 grand, as soon as we get a couple more trucks out, we'll finish this up. throw that down before we get hit with an electric payment. Alright, so let's turn this on. We get some trucks in. Turn you on. Turn you on. Alright, now we're going to get 3 more trucks coming out. We're probably going to throw another crate maker in over here just to keep the operation going. And then now we're going to need more drones. Because now we don't have enough drones to keep up with this operation. So we're using 21 of 40, so we're still good. So let's throw down another drone bay. Rotate that. R to rotate. So that's another 10 grand. So now we can have up to 12 stupid drones. And they're 4,000 each, so we can only afford 1. Alright, so there we go. So we are shipping a whole 222 kilograms towards our 30 kilogram output. We are making progress. Now, research needs to be our next focus, now that we have a little bit of cash coming in. Because what we can do now is we can bring more materials over here to be processed, and then we can put another road section in going out the tunnel. If we can get, 3 more trucks. But in order to unlock this one cost us 20 grand. This is going to be our furnace. So we're going to be able to take our raw materials. Now we're going to be able to take our raw coal, so our raw ore, and we're going to turn it into coal, and we're going to take our raw iron and turn it into iron, because we're going to get more weight out of it. So our raw coal is, or our raw material is only 1 kilogram. We turn it into coal, it's 10 kilograms. So our truck goes from 6 kilograms to 60 kilograms. And then our iron, so coal is 1, it goes to iron, it's 10. The raw ore is 1, and then once we refine it into iron, it's going to go to 10. So same thing, your truck's going to go from 6 kilograms to 60 kilograms. So we need to focus on getting the furnace done. Now the problem with the furnace is we can't put it on the ground, it has to go into a factory. And in order to get, and then we're going to need the step conveyor. So we need 20,000 to unlock this one in research points, and we need 45,000 in research points to unlock this one. And then we're going to need the claw trains, which is, now this one's restricted. We need 80 grand in research points, but we also have to be shipping 1,500 kilograms. So as you do more research, your requirements go up. So this one now costs us just weight. In order to get rid of the drones and to use the claws, we're going to need this and this. So we're going to have to so now we need 3,000 kilograms, and we have to process iron through the research bay. And then we need 4,000 kilograms of shipping, and we have to run coal through the research bay. And that's refined material, not raw material. So in order to get our research going, we have 100 grand. We have enough electric. We're going to go over here and spin this around a little bit so y'all can see. What we're going to do is we're going to throw down, I'm going to throw down 2 miners. We're going to go with, how do I want to do this? Let's go transfer tube, tank, put her downer, because we're going to have to suck it into a minecart. Throw these down. Now, can I make the turn? I can. And then for now, we're just going to loop this straight back around. Now, I'm going to go a couple of straight pieces first, and you'll see why. Let's just make a little loop here. That's going to get our raw material over this way. Now, which way direction do I want to go? Let's go back this way. So we're going to grab a sucker. As soon as we get research going, we're getting way over on time. So I'm going to get out of here as soon as we get our little bit of research going. All right, I missed one section of track. All right, so we're going to get a sucker upper. We're going to put it here. All right, now we can spin this around. All right, so we're going to get a sucker upper. We're going to get a small tank. We're going to get a long transfer tube. And then we're going to throw down our first research bay. And we're going to, we'll switch this operation up shortly, but right now, this is going to get us a little bit of research going. So let's grab a couple of mine carts for now. Now we're going to bring electric over. So we're going to come over to here, and we're going to run. I'm going to run it out on this side. Bring our electric over to the miner, and we need electric to go into our research bay. So this guy's going to bring our raw material over, unless I put the wrong. So we have a putter downer, yeah, we have a sucker upper. Oh, and I need electric back here as well. Can I get, yeah, one pole. So that's going to fire this miner up. So we're going to start, so this thing's fired up, and it's going to start processing research. Now we don't get any money for this, so this is costing us money to run. So it's costing us a lot of cash because your miners cost electricity and your research bay uses electricity. We'll get into water connections later. It increases the speed by 10%. So when we add water to this, we get a speed boost. It's the same thing with the miners. We add water to the miners, we're going to get a speed boost. But we don't have it researched yet, so we have to research the water. So this thing's going to start cranking out research, and then once it's completely full, we'll collect 1,960 research points, and that goes up by the material you put in it. So the better the material you put in, the more research points you get out of it. And then we'll change this whole operation as we get more cash and get more of these guys running. But our next focus is we're going to keep expanding research, but our next focus is we're going to build a factory here as we have the cash. But we are way over on time, so I am going to get out of here. So let me do a save and exit. I appreciate everybody stopping in today. Thank you for taking time out of your day. If you're still with me, smash that like and subscribe. It is totally free and it will help the channel grow.